What's going on, guys? Got another gameplay video for y'all today. This time this is going to be my Craniamon black build versus another purple deck. I know you guys have been seeing a lot of purple decks. Hopefully you aren't sick of them, but it just so happens a lot of my opponents are playing purple because it's a popular deck. But in this specific case, it actually does show off how powerful Craniamon and this new black deck can be. Especially against matchups where your opponent has access to a lot of destruction effects. But anyways, guys, if you do enjoy these types of videos, please let me know. I want you guys to hit that like button, subscribe if you want more Digimon content. Because the best way for me to keep making quality videos is for you guys to let me know if you enjoy it. So then we can just keep doing it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the commentary. Yeah, so I have got a couple of blockers already, a couple of Digimon already down, sorry. So we got Beelzemon there, and then I dropped a Numon. Numon's great because he's only a 1 cost to Digivolve. Now I have 2 blockers, right? I got Andromon as well, so it's looking pretty good for me. My opponent has an Intmon and a Tapirmon in the back. I already know he's trying to dig through his deck and just turbo out some cards. Usually when people are playing Intmon, they're playing Beelzemon, so I do need to keep an eye on his trash. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and start swinging because he doesn't really care what happens. I see no reason why not to block, so I go ahead and block it, but he still does get the mill 3 effect, where Intmon can discard the top 3 cards of your deck, and then he's just getting his trash set up. You know, if he's playing something like Lilithmon, he can recur that Heat Viper, and he's just going to attack again with the Tapirmon, runs into a Craniamon. I mean, he expected for his Digimon to die, so this is both, it can be a good strategy sometimes. You know, he's just trying to sacrifice his lower level Digimon to pick at my security, and at the same time, he's also trying to cycle through his deck. Tapirmon lets him draw a card, but because Black has access to so many blockers, it's going to be hard for him to actually make a dent in my security, as you will soon see. So my opponent still has 3 memory. He's searching through his trash, and for next turn, I already have a Craniamon in hand, so that's nice. I am probably just going to go ahead and drop that. I have the Andromon on field, no reason not to. And then even for the following turn, I have a Joe and a Beelzemon, so I'll be able to draw from my hatching area, so that'll be nice. So I'm going to put out that Beelzemon. He did end up playing the mat, so now I have to be a little bit careful because he will get that 3 memory every single turn. So I'm going to go ahead and play Joe. I don't know why I didn't play that Craniamon. I think because I just wanted to end up getting like the +1 memory. I just wanted to get pluses immediately. But that was a really bad move. Like, legitimately, I should have just put down Craniamon, because if he has something like Chimeramon or something like a Trump Sword, I'm very vulnerable right now. Not to mention, he has the mat, so I knew he was getting 3 memory at the start of the turn. So I don't know why I like just let him get that 2 extra memory with the mat. But he's going to just use up his turn and play another mat and get that Tapirmon back to his hand. So it worked out okay for me. I got really lucky there. But yeah, before you guys start flaming me, I fully realized that was not a good play. So I'm going to go ahead, flip over a Capurimon, going to put down the toy Agumon and draw a card. I'm looking pretty good right now. I could do a couple of things. I could put down the Kurisarimon for 2 and then a Craniamon for 4. Or I could do something like put down the Metal Greymon, but that would put me over 3. So yeah, I think I'm just going to put down the Kurisarimon for 2 and then draw a card. And the next turn I'll be set up with Joe as well. So then I can just continually gain memory. So yeah, we're going to see Craniamon dropped. And oh boy, this guy is not going to go anywhere. If you guys are not aware of what Craniamon does, he has a continuous effect where your opponent cannot destroy any blocker you control with card effects. Okay, so that not only includes himself, but that includes every other blocker you have in play. So my Craniamon is also protected. So basically the only way you're going to kill either of these Digimon is by hitting them by battle, or a non-destruction effect such as Millenniumon, or a game mechanic such as DP reduction. Okay, but I know purple doesn't have too much access to DP reduction, so I'm not expecting that. They do have access to Millenniumon, so that's the only thing I'm worried about. But at this point where he has 0 monsters on field and nothing is, you know, Mega's not going to be dropped anytime soon, I'm not worried about it too much. So we're just going to see a Gabumon put down and then a Wizardmon. That's fine. Not sure why he's playing Wizardmon, because he's not playing like a yellow purple build. It's still in like an okay champion, but yeah, I wouldn't probably play it. I'm going to get a +1 memory for Joe. My Toy Agumon is going to come out, and I am sitting at a really good position because even though Craniamon is a blocker, he doesn't actually have the -2 memory stipulation. So might as well just go ahead and attack his security. There's a very low chance that Craniamon is going to die. He is 12,000, which is nice. So I run over that Piedmon, especially for purple. There's not too many 12,000 purple megas that I can think of. I feel like Boltmon might be the only one, maybe? You guys can correct me on that. But a lot of them are 10 or 11, is my point. So Craniomon's going to run over. And then I'm going to have that Tankmon as well. I could probably drop a Metal Greymon just to set up an even, like, bigger defensive field. Taichi would also be a good option, but I think I hesitated there because I was like, okay, he's going to have 3 memories to start with, so I want to get the most out of my plays. So I might not want to do like a 2 memory option. So yeah, I'm just going to put down the Metal Greymon to give him 1 memory, unfortunately. But yeah, so Metal Greymon allows you to turn any one of your Digimon into a blocker. So he's not a blocker to start with, so now he's going to become a blocker. So I've got 3 blockers, 2 of which are active, so I'm fine. There's no way he's going to hit at my security because now he's got 2 Digimon on field, and both of those are weaker than everything else I have on field. So yeah, you can see like the advantage that this black deck can get, and the walls it can put up are just very difficult to get over, especially when you have something like Craniamon. You don't have to worry about destruction effects. You don't have to worry about, you know, a Chimeramon or a Heat Viper coming down and getting rid of your champions and ultimates before you even had a chance to set up. So that is just so nice. I'm just feeling like, you know, I can do this. I have a blanketed effect. Next turn, I'm probably going to play that Tai. Tai is an amazing card, and he lets you, you know, rest him to make one of your blockers active. So that Kurisarimon is actually going to block right there from his Tapermon's attack. But yeah, with multiple blockers on my field, the Craniamon as well as the Metal Greymon, and just the advantage I have, I don't think like he'll be able to do anything. An Impmon for 3, that's going to put him at 0 memory. And he could try to attack with the Wizardmon, but I do have the Metal Greymon, and Wizardmon I don't think has any destruction effects. Even if it did have Vengeance, well, it might actually. I'm not too sure on that. Don't quote me. But even if it did, regardless, he's not going to be able to do anything to any of my Digimon. So he's just going to put down a Vilemon for 5. Which is fine. You know, I have a lot of strong Digimon on field, so I'm not really worried about that. I can force out the block anyways, and then I'm going to start with 6 memory because of Joe. So now my opponent was kind of desperate there. I'm not sure why he didn't just Digivolve the Vilemon on top of the Immon. I think he wanted to set up for Beelzemon. But because I have Craniamon, I don't even think that was like the best move because he's not going to be able to do anything. So I'm just going to drop a second Craniamon. Now, at this point, it's like, you know, even if he does get rid of one somehow, it's not like I have another one. So at this point, like, it's looking like I might walk away with this game. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack with both of my Craniamons, and he is going to flip over a Vilemon and a Devimon. I'm going to get through both of those. And then Tai might be a good option here because I do have the 2 memory. I do have an ultimate, so I could put down an Andromon as well. But that would give my opponent another memory. So I'm just going to put down a Hugurumon, I think just to ensure my victory next turn because I have multiple attacks. And then I'm going to put down Tai. So now I have 1 blocker, and then if I do end up blocking with it, I can rest the Tai to make that Crysalimon active again. So essentially I'm getting 2 blocks. So there's no way he can win. Even if I have to sacrifice my Crysalimon, it doesn't matter. Like, I'll have 4 Digimon next turn for his 2 security cards, and then even with his blocker, he won't be able to stop me. And, like, even though, like, I have all this advantage, he's not going to be able to destroy them in any way. So, unless we see a Millenniumon here, which is not possible, I don't think, with the memory he has, yeah. So, there's just not really anything he could do. We're going to see that a Devimon dropped. Devimon does have Vengeance, and its inheritable also gives whatever's on top of it Vengeance, but that's not really too relevant here. So he's going to Digivolve that, leave him with 1 memory, and then we do end up seeing a Beelzemon here. He tries to get rid of the Craniamon, but I think I reminded him that it's a blocker. Or actually, no, I think Beelzemon's effect only works on 4,000 or lower. So anyways, he's going to kill the Hagurumon because it's not a blocker. And then my Craniamon are going to become active. And then I'm going to gain 1 memory because of Joe. My Toy Agumon is going to come out. And with 4 attacks, but only 1 block for my opponent, it looks like I am going to win this game. I think I was just like deciding, what can I do to make this appear a little bit more cool. So I'm just looking through my hand here. I got a Blitz Greymon, and then an Andromon, I think, who's going to come down. Just because I was like, you know what, might as well negate that -2 memory effect from the Craniamon. So I'm just going to put him down and then just start attacking. So we're going to see a Where Garurumon revealed. Not going to matter. My other Craniamon is going to attack. I'm going to attack with Andromon, and that is going to be game. He could have blocked, but I still have the Toy Agumon. Okay, so then game 2, my opponent is going to start, and my hand this time is not looking like good at all. My only real play if I don't draw a rookie is just to put down the Craniamon and then Digivolve into Andromon. So yeah, not too good for me. So my opponent's going to put down that Devimon for a 0 cost to Digivolve. And then we're going to see what else could he do. If he has a champion, he's probably going to put that down. Yes, we're going to see Beelzemon. He's setting up his blockers early. He probably learned from the last game, but even though that this deck is focused around blockers, it can still be aggressive. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm not going to open up with any rookies. So I think I could put down Tai as well. Which would give my Craniamon multiple blocks. So yeah, that might be good. So I'm gonna put down Tai and then put down my Craniamon. So I do give him 4 memory, but there's really nothing I could do. Next turn, if my Craniamon survives, which it most likely will, he's probably not gonna attack with the Beelzemon. Like that would just be bad. But I'm going to have 2 blocks if I need it, and then next turn I'll be able to Digivolve into Andromon. So we're going to see a Devimon and then a regular Devimon on top of that for a total of 4 memory. He's going to draw for the Digivolve. And Devimon does have Vengeance. I don't have Craniamon set up, so that might be an issue. So I really just want to get Craniamon set up as fast as possible. He could attack. I might... Well, actually, no, he can't because it was played that turn. If he did, anyways, but I could block it. So yeah, so now I'm going to draw that Craniamon, which is awesome. That was perfect timing because now I have 3 memory. I can set up the Andromon and then immediately Digivolve into Craniamon. It doesn't even matter that I don't have a rookie. So we're going to draw that Garurumon. I could put him down as well, but with Devimon on the field, I'm a little bit worried about memory, or not memory, sorry. I'm a little bit worried about him using Vengeance and just, maybe a Chimeramon coming down. So I'm just going to play it safe and put down Craniamon. So whenever he hits the field, I'm just, I can rest assured that he's going to survive. And even though my opponent does have 3 Digimon on field, I have potential 2 blocks from Craniamon because I can make him active again using that black tie. So that is just amazing. He's going to attack, and then I think he was trying to. Okay, yeah. So I ended up blocking there, and then made Craniamon active. Sorry for that cut, but he was like confused on the ruling as to like, okay, well, he's going to attack Craniamon, I blocked with it, and then the Devimon dies, so does Vengeance activate? And Vengeance does activate, but it just doesn't kill Craniamon because he can't be destroyed by card effects, and Vengeance is a card effect. So I'm going to restand him with that tie effect, and then make tie active during my active phase. So then, now it is my turn. Still no rookies. That is unfortunate. I could put down, like, hard play in Andromon, which might not be too bad. Like, that would set me up with another Craniamon. So I might just, like, attack and then play an Andromon. Or I could play Power of Breath, because he might, if I give him enough memory, he might have the chance to put down a Millenniumon, or just any other shenanigans that I don't want to deal with. I could also put down Joe, just to start getting memory next turn. So yeah, I'm going to put down the Joe for 2. And then now next turn, if Craniamon survives, which he most likely will, especially now. I think that's why I was playing the Power Breath. Also, I just wanted to see, if he could out it. It probably wasn't the best move just because, like, there's not really any way he could get rid of it unless he ran it over in battle. But I don't think he has enough memory to summon anything that strong. But yeah, just showing off Power of Breath there. And now Craniamon is going to be protected from everything, so DP reduction, can't be returned to hand or deck, so no Cocytus Breath or Millenniumon. I mean, not that he's playing blue cards, but yeah, so it's just going to be protected from everything, and then really the only thing he could do, actually no, it can't even die by battle, so never mind. But yeah, so I'm going to be set up with that Craniamon and then Joe as well. So my opponent was checking the rules there. I'm not actually sure what that was for. I apologize. I probably should have cut that out. But yeah, so my opponent's going to put down Tapirmon, and then we're going to see what else could he do. There's not really much he could do. He's just going to put down that Tapirmon. Maybe we'll see an ultimate put down. He does have a blocker, so I really do want to get more Digimon on field because he could, like, he does have a way to stop me from checking his security next turn. But yeah, he's going to put down that Wizardmon, and then I'm going to draw. It's going to put me at 2 memory because of Joe, and man, my hand is just looking terrible here. So at this point, I'm like, I basically have to put down the Andromon. Like, I have 3 Megas in my hand, and they're not really doing anything for me, so I might as well, like, I could attack here, but I really do want to, you know, like, Andromon, yes, is good, especially with Tai, but if he puts down something that's stronger than 7,000, I want to be able to block with Craniamon. So just playing it on the safe side, and next turn I will be set up with a Mega, and hopefully I'll draw a rookie so that I can actually, you know, draw off of the Kapurimon and then, you know, put it into play. But my opponent is going to start with 5 memory. He's got 4 Digimon on the field, which is a little bit scary, but it doesn't matter. You know, I have a ton of I have a ton of blocks ready, right? Because I have the 2 here, but then I have a potential 3rd one with Tai. So I can really block like everything he throws at me. So I'm going to block with Andromon, no reason not to, and then I'm just going to make him active again, so it's like nothing happened. So that's why, yeah, Tai is just such a good card. I honestly do want to play multiples of him. I'm only playing 2 right now, but you could definitely play 3 or 4. I just didn't want to make it like too bricky. But yeah, so he's going to attack with Tapirmon. I see no reason not to block, so I'm going to block with the Craniamon. I probably should have blocked with the Andromon, but I don't know. It didn't really matter, and it like end up mattering. But it probably would have been better to block with Andromon in case he summoned something else. But yeah, so now he's debating what he could do. He could attack with Vilemon. I think he was comparing DPs. I think, yeah, he does get the plus 1,000 from Yaman. So he's at 7,000. He could crash, but it would also take 2 memory from him. So not sure if he wants to do that. But okay, I guess we're going to see that anyways. I'm not going to actually block. No reason to sacrifice my Andromon, but he's going to lose that 2 memory. He just really wants to pick at my security because I have not been giving him a chance to at all. And that's the thing with this deck. Like, your opponent might end up getting desperate because they're like, okay, I need to get rid of security at some point because otherwise, you know, you're just not going to win. But because of how many blockers I'm playing and because of cards like Tai, I can just continually prevent him from actually hurting me. So we're going to see a Grizzly Wings, and then we're to bring them back that Tapirmon, and then we're going to see the Intmon put down, and that's going to put me at 2 memory. So then Tai is going to become active as well as Craniamon, and then Joe is going to give me another memory. And you've seen I've resolved Joe so many times this game. It is just such a good card, and it pays for itself within a couple of turns. I don't have any rookies still, so I think the best option would either be, like, I could go for another Craniamon. I did want to play Craniamon, even though he's not a blocker, so Craniamon wouldn't actually prevent him from being destroyed. So I'm just going to go ahead attack with Craniamon. I could get rid of his Vilemon, but it's not like the most urgent thing right now, especially because I do have the protection, and he's not getting through my defenses anytime soon. So we could put down another Craniamon. Craniamon is also another option because not only would it give me a solid Digimon on field, but I would get to reveal the top 4 to search for any Digimon to put down. Now this was unfortunate because I do end up giving him 2 memory, but with the advantage I'm getting off of Craniamon's effect, you could argue it was worth it. And it's putting him in a dire situation, right? I'm going to have 3 Digimon on field, and he only has 3 security cards left, so I'm really going to be forcing him to make some moves, otherwise he's just going to lose. So I'm going to put down that Tankmon. I could have put down the Gatsumon, but especially because I don't actually have any active blockers right now. But I did, like, even if he attacks me with everything, I'm still not going to lose, and I wanted to be able to set up for Metal Greymon and another Craniamon as well. And then that will give me the defenses I need should I be in a bad situation. So his Vilemon is going to become active, and he is going to flip over that Pagumon. Yeah, so I also do have the Giga Cannon in case he puts down anything troublesome. I can always get rid of that. And I do have a... Yeah, okay, now I have the Gatsumon for next turn, so that will be awesome. I'll finally be able to draw. We're going to see a Were-Garurumon put down. He might be dropping a Mega here. I think his trash is big enough to see a Beelzemon dropped, but Beelzemon probably wouldn't be the best option just because he's not going to be able to resolve his effect, and it is a 4 cost. But he could... We know he's playing Piedmon. He probably wouldn't Digivolve to Piedmon, and at this point he doesn't have enough memory to, so we're just going to see the Tapirmon attack. It's going to die and draw him a card. And then we're going to see the Intmon attack as well, and that's going to die into the Metal Greymon. Now he is going to send the top 3 of his deck to the trash because of Intmon, and he's got 2 Digimon on field, and he could just keep attacking my security, but especially because he doesn't have a rookie on top of that Pokemon, next turn he's not going to get any new Digimon in play. So he's like, he won't be able to finish me off. He's attacking with all these Digimon because, like, he just basically has no choice. But he's going to run into Craniamon, and you know, that Were-Garurumon is going to die. I have 1 security card left. He could end up attacking with the Vilemon, but I'll be able to get rid of it, and he'll lose 2 memory. But he's just going to Trump Sword that Crest-Garurumon. Now that is kind of why I was saying, like, it probably would have been better to just put down Craniamon. But with 7 memory, with 8 memory now because of Joe, it really, like, doesn't even matter. I'm just going to get so many pluses, and I'm going to prevent him from killing me. He'll only have 1 attack next turn, and I'm going to have 2 this turn, and then the following turn I'll have at least 3 Digimon on the field. So there's no way I'm losing this duel unless I just do something like completely ridiculous, which could happen. But I think the best play here might be to put down either Metal Greymon or it's not High Andromon, or regular Andromon. I'm going to put down Metal Greymon because I know I'm going to just use him for a Digivolve. No reason in wasting that Andromon when I'm not even planning on blocking with him. So then I could definitely put down another Craniamon as well. I'm going to attack with the first one. Because, you know, when I do put down the second one, I'll be able to block with it multiple times, so it's not a big deal. And then I do have the Giga Cannon. Probably won't use that on his Vilemon, but yeah, just going to see a Craniamon put down for 4. So I got 2 of them things on the field, and going to attack with that as well. I think I didn't even care about blocking because I know he won't be able to end me next turn because he only has 1 attack and I still have a security card left. And then I'm just going to put down Craniamon anyways, so now I still have 2 blocks. If he does want to attack with the Vilemon, waste 2 memory, and I feel like I want to block, I can definitely do that, especially because I'll have 3 Digimon for next turn, and he only has 1 security card. So unless he puts up a couple of blockers, I'm going to win this one as well. And yeah, I've just got so many cards in play and so many blockers. He's going to put down that mat, and at that point I was like, yeah, this game is basically over. Like, there's nothing he can do. Like, he's going to, I think he probably will add the Trump Sword, or okay, a Were-Garurumon. Even he could have added Trump Sword, but it wouldn't have done anything. There was nothing he could do. If he had another blocker, he probably would have just played it, but I don't think he did have another Vilemon, so I'm just going to end up attacking, and that is going to be the game. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Let me know what you think of Craniamon and this crazy black strategy. I think Craniamon is insanely good, and we're probably going to be seeing a lot of him in just black builds in general. I think he's like definitely going to be a staple. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about my card choices, and thank you for watching. Look forward to more Digimon content.